Oh dear. It's been a fairly tiring day. Everyone's asleep now in the hotel room. Just up there, this hotel room, there's nobody in it, I've checked. So I'm in the corridor. I'm sat on the floor so I can get juice to my phone. And I've been down at the bar and I've got a pint. Maybe the first of a few. I'll stop rambling if I have too many. Firstly, thanks for following. Thank you to all the people who've been following for a few weeks now as I stumble over Snapchat, which actually really means I'm stumbling over creating videos and learning to deliver content via video. And then thank you to all the new people who started following me recently. I've snapped a few of you this evening and it's been really interesting. 4 of you, Vitters, Brett, Chris and Shannon, are all members of the Fastlane forum. So guys or gals, thanks very much for coming over from the Fastlane forum to following me on Snapchat. Really appreciate that. And I really appreciate you replying to my little message asking how things going and giving me your first name so I know how to address you without using some crazy Snapchat handle that I just can't get my head around. I'm going to stand up now because I get more energy when I'm stood up. Whenever somebody follows me on the Fastlane forum, I always PM them with a little thank you message, and I also ask how are things going or how's this year panning out for you. Or if they're new to the forum, I ask how are you finding the forum. As of today, I've had over 700 PMs, personal messages, with forum members. And honestly, I started doing it purely out of manners. It's just the way I've been brought up. If somebody does something nice, yeah, I just say thank you. But in the last 2 years, I think this is probably one of the most important things I've done to help my business grow. Scrap that. Not to help my business grow, help me to grow, which helps my business grow. I mean, your business growth is a reflection of your personal development. You might think that me PMing 700 people grew my business because I got more leads for my business, but that's not what happened. My biggest learning from all these interactions is that if you give somebody a bit of attention, they open up. Some of these forum members have been a member for 4 years and never posted. And then I ask them, how are things going? I get a massive long email. And it's just gushing with enthusiasm about how they love the forum, how they get so much value from it. But they can't add any value themselves. They're too nervous. They're too shy. They don't think they've got anything of value to add. And it's such a common recurring theme. It happens so often. And there's so many other people in progress or who are contributing to the forum, but they're a bit stuck. And again, there's common themes. And it's been really, really interesting for me to try different little ways, just different little questions to see how I can get people unstuck and moving. And all these little conversations I've had trying to help people to get unstuck and to get what they're after, or to even articulate what they're after, and then get them to articulate what's stopping them from getting what they're after, and then just asking them, what if you didn't need to do that and did something else, or just ask them questions. Just the act of doing that has helped me so much more than the amount of time I've spent helping people or interacting with people like that. The ROI of my time spent has been amazing for me, never mind, maybe a few of those 700 who I might have helped. Seems daunting though, doesn't it, to have 700 PMs with people. But when you spread it out every day or every few days over the course of 2 years, you don't even notice it happening. I mean, that's the way you make progress on anything really, is you don't notice you're putting in the work, and over a period of time, you're a long way ahead of where you used to be. So I'm starting this on Snapchat now. I got a few followers, 6 in the last day or 2. I've replied to all of them. 4 have replied back to me, so far anyway. When I asked them how I could help them or what they would be interested in seeing or learning from me from my Snapchat stories, Brett asked a very good question about AdWords that I'm going to have to think about to be able to answer nice and simply as you'd have to do on Snapchat. But Chris has thrown me a complete curveball on why he's following me and what he's interested in learning from me. And I think I'm going to have to spend a few days thinking about this before I can respond simply so that I get my points across and that you understand. But while I do that, I'm actually now going to be observing myself getting to the simple solution or the simple explanation. Because Chris is a freelance copywriter and runs his own business as well. And what he's really interested in learning from me is how I explain things so simply and get my point across. So yeah, that's the complete curveball, because I didn't really think that that's what I did. And now I'm going to have to try and work out how I do it. And then I'm going to have to just try and explain it simply so that you understand it, which is kind of like, whoa, my head's going to explode trying to even work this out. It's like a snake eating itself. I think I could keep on rambling about this, but I don't want to at the minute. I want to think a little bit more about it. But the learnings from this long ramble, the takeaways for you, are to talk to everyone. Talk to everyone. Try and help everybody. Try and find out what it is they're trying to do, what they want to achieve. Go into the situation thinking everybody is interesting, and it's your job to find out what their story is. What drives them? What's their buttons? Why aren't they already doing what they want to be doing? Ask people. Give them attention. Don't be judgmental about it. Don't be on a pedestal, because you're not on a pedestal. You'll get so much more back than you'll ever believe. It's incredible. So thanks for following. Thanks for listening. I hope this helps you. And if not, well, I'm going for a pint anyway.